Hey, what's up guys? Hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to use this boot as an example of how sometimes our initial impressions of a shoe, our initial hopes for a very cleanly executed boot can really prevent us from fully enjoying the boot for kind of what it's meant to be made for, which is wearing it. So this is a custom boot from Carmina Shoemaker, and this is from their custom event when they launched that 3D custom tool, and this was a pair that they made for me for free or in exchange for promoting their event. So really appreciative of the collaboration that they honored and that they were willing to partner with me on. What I want to focus on in this video is really that initial impression that I had and how, I guess, disappointed I was with the lack of attention to detail in the finishing and the execution. Really kind of set me up to not enjoy the boot. But the more I wore it, the more that perspective changed. And I think that's an interesting topic to kind of share, because I think it's it's a good perspective to have. So I'll link that unboxing and that initial review up above, and then you can check that out if you want to get a better idea of what those initial thoughts were. That said, let's dive into the topic for today, which is, when I first got this, I was definitely not thrilled. That's kind of to say the least, and I stand by that initial review 100%. All those concerns that I had still stand today, and even the follow-up that I made talking about what Carmina was willing to do to make things right and what they're going to do moving forward, that's all still the case 100%. Nothing's changed. The topic for today is that once I started wearing these, and I've worn them probably like 4 or 5 times, I really enjoy the boot. All the little details that weren't done very well, they don't really matter when I wear the boot. Sure, if I take it off and I examine those same elements of the boot around the welting and around the heel, yeah, those all still exist. But when I wear the boot, it fits extremely well. It's really comfortable to wear, and it really came out exactly how I wanted it to. So I think it's a good perspective to have. Now, this doesn't excuse quality issues at all, and I still think it's important that we share feedback with all shoemakers in a respective manner, so that way they know exactly what it is that they're delivering and whether their customers are happy or not. We also need to kind of measure our expectations so that we're being reasonable, and that even if we want to share feedback, what we expect from that feedback is a reasonable expectation. But I think the most important part is that as long as the boot is functional, quality issues don't actually impact the overall function of the boot, and it's still going to be something that you can wear, enjoy, it'll last you as long as it should, no matter what, then that's the important part. Once I started wearing this, once I started actually enjoying the boot for what it is, all those little imperfections were no longer a concern. I hope this is helpful for some folks to kind of just level set their expectations and reset some folks that may have not too high of an expectation, but just reground what the purpose of the expectation is. You definitely want the boot and the shoe to be made as cleanly as possible. And if there is an issue with it, address it in a respectful and in a mutual beneficial manner. So if it's something that's just purely aesthetic and is going to go away with wear, or not even go away with wear, but not impact anything, then, so be it. Maybe just share the feedback and move on. Enjoy the boot, wear it, and don't let those initial impressions ruin your ability to actually enjoy the shoe. Let me know your thoughts on the topic. Let me know if you have any similar experiences and how that actually impacted your ability to enjoy the shoe, enjoy the shoemaker moving forward, and whether you continue to build that relationship with that shoemaker, or if you decided to move on and experience other shoemakers. Hopefully this will drive some new conversation in the community, and definitely encouraged to see what everybody thinks. Definitely drop a note in the comments below about what you think about the topic, if you've had similar experiences with Carmina or any other shoemaker, and how your perspective on that shoemaker, that brand, or that particular shoe has changed from the time that you got it until the time that you've worn it and been able to actually enjoy the pair. Really appreciate the support. Definitely remember to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.